So first of all, good afternoon to one and all, and welcome to my presentation. My topic of presentation is participants in foreign exchange market. So before looking on the participants in foreign exchange market, we can look on what is a foreign exchange market. So the foreign exchange market is the place where money denominated in one currency is bought and sold with money denominated in another currency. It provides the physical and institutional structure through which the currency of one country is exchanged for that of another country. So, here the rate of exchange between currencies is determined and foreign exchange transactions are physically completed. The currencies and the extent of participation of each currency in this market depend on local regulations that vary from country to country. So next we can go on to our main topic, that is participants in foreign exchange market. So here the participants refers to the people involved in the exchange or trade of foreign currency. These can be the buyers, sellers or the intermediaries. So our first participant is the commercial banks. The major participants in the foreign exchange market are the large commercial banks who provide the core of market. As many as 100 to 200 banks across the globe actively make the market in the foreign exchange. So these banks serve their retail clients, that is the bank customer, in conducting foreign commerce or making international investment in financial assets that require foreign exchange. These banks operate in the foreign exchange market at two main levels, that is at retail level and at wholesale level. At retail level, they deal with the customer corporation, exporters, and so forth. And at the wholesale level, banks maintain an interbank market in foreign exchange either directly or through specialized foreign exchange brokers. The bulk of activity in the foreign exchange market is conducted in an interbank wholesale market that consists of a network of large international banks and brokers. A bank that has committed itself to buy a certain particular currency is said to have a long position in that currency, and a short-term position occurs when the bank is committed to selling amounts of that currency exceeding its commitment to purchase it. So normally, whenever a bank buys a currency in the foreign market, it is simultaneously selling another currency. So that bank who is said to have a long position in that currency have a commitment to buy a certain particular currency. And if that has a short-term position, that means the commitment to selling of that currency exceeds its commitment to purchase it. Next is foreign exchange brokers. Foreign exchange brokers also operate in the international currency market. So generally they bring together a buyer and seller in return for a fee or commission. They act as agents who facilitate trading between dealers. Unlike the banks, brokers serve merely as matchmakers and do not put their own money at risk. They actively and constantly monitor exchange rate offered by the major international banks through computerized systems such as routers, and are able to find quickly an opposite party for a client without revealing the identity of either party until a transaction has been agreed upon. So this is why interbank traders use a broker primarily to disseminate as quickly as possible a currency code to make other dealers. The share of business going through brokers varies in different national markets because of differences in market structure and tradition. Earlier, surveys showed broker share averages as low as 10 to 15% in some markets, that is Switzerland and South Africa, and as high as 45 to 50% in others, that is France, Netherlands, and Ireland. Foreign exchange brokerage is a highly competitive field, and the brokers must provide service of high quality in order to make profit. So there are a number of foreign exchange brokers. So brokers who precisely observe the foreign exchange market and provide a high quality service will only be able to make profit. And the third one is central banks. Another important player in the foreign market, that is central bank. Central banks frequently intervene in the market to maintain the exchange rates of their currencies within a designed range and smooth fluctuations within that range. The level of bank's intervention will depend upon the exchange rate regime followed by the given country's central bank. Foreign exchange market intervention is not only the reason central banks buy and sell foreign currencies. Many central banks serve as their government's principal international banker. and handle most and in some cases all foreign exchange transaction for the government as well as for other public sector enterprises, that is like for post office, electric power utilities and nationalized airline or railroad. So the central banks of different countries sometimes join together for coordinated interventions, and the greatest influence on world currency markets were US Central Bank, US Federal Reserve, their federation, then European Central Bank, that is ECB, then Bank of England, which is also known as the Old Lady, and Bank of Japan. So these are the greatest influence, that is greatest influenced central bank coordinated currency markets. Then MNCs, multinational companies. MNCs are the major non-bank participants in the forward market as they exchange cash flows associated with their multinational operations. MNCs often contract to either pay or receive fixed amounts in foreign currencies at future dates, so they are exposed to foreign currency risk. This is why they often hedge these future cash flows through the interbank forward exchange market. So, forward exchange market, that means it's a market for contracts that ensure the future delivery of a foreign currency at a specialized exchange rate. The next is individuals and small businesses. The individuals and small businesses also use foreign exchange market to facilitate execution of commercial or investment transaction. So the foreign needs of these players are usually small and account for only a fraction of all foreign exchange transaction. Even then, they are very important participants in the market. Some of these participants use the market to hedge foreign exchange risk. That means they try to prevent the losses that an international financial transaction may incur due to currency fluctuations. So that is the role of individuals and small businesses. Then corporates and entrepreneurs. Corporates are the players in the financial foreign exchange market to satisfy their need of payment in foreign currency towards import of goods, commodities, and services. On the opposite way, they need to convert foreign currency in home currency on account of export of goods, commodities, and services. Arbitrators. Arbitrators are traders that take advantage of the price discrepancy in different markets to make a profit. So, arbitraging, it means it is a process of simultaneous sale and purchase of currencies in two or more foreign exchange markets with an objective to make profit by capitalizing on the exchange rate differentials in various markets. So, the importance of arbitrage lies in its ability to correspond to foreign exchange rates in all the major foreign exchange markets. So, this arbitraging involves the transfer of foreign exchange from the market with a lower exchange rate to the market with a higher exchange rate. Hence, arbitraging equates the demand for foreign exchange with its supply, thereby acting as a stabilizing factor in the exchange market. Whenever arbitrators find a price discrepancy in the market, they start buying in one place and selling in another till the discrepancy disappears. So they are known as stabilizers in foreign exchange market. So coming to the foreign exchange market in India, it consists of mainly three segments or three tiers. The first consists of transactions between RBI and the authorized dealers, that is AD. Then the latter are mostly commercial banks. And the second segment is the interbank market in which the ADs, that is authorized dealers, deal with each other. And the third segment consists of transactions between authorized dealers and their corporate customers. So RBI and authorized dealers, transaction between them, then authorized dealers, they deal with each other, then authorized dealers and their corporate customers. As in any market, essentially, the demand and supply for a particular currency at any specific point in time determines its price at that point, that is, exchange rate. RBI intervention. When there is too much volatility in rupee dollar rates, the RBI prevents rates going out of control to protect the domestic economy. So the RBI does this by buying dollars when the rupee appreciates too much and by selling dollars when the rupee depreciates way too much. So on concluding our presentation, we can see that the foreign exchange market or the forex market is a system which establishes an international network allowing the buyers and sellers to carry out trade or exchange of currencies of different countries. So the $4 trillion forex market witnessed a lot of market participants. However, all of these participants have different motives. An understanding of these motives is required to predict their behavior in the markets. Also, some of these participants have deeper pockets, better information, and are more active than the others. Therefore, any student of Forex, foreign exchange trading, must be aware of the different kinds of participants that are likely to come across when they trade in this market. So, identifying the specialities and character of these participants in the foreign exchange market is important to trade in the market or invest in foreign exchange market. So, that's all about my presentation. Thank you for patiently listening. Thank you.